Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Paul Plays Infinifactory. Now, solar cell array. Don't ask. Let's just get on with it. Tough puzzle. Now, what do we have for this puzzle? Well, we have to make one of these. So it's 9 of these 3 high stacks of solar panels on a base 9 by 9. Now, whether it's possible or not, I don't know, but I can't see any way of welding that middle square if I cut a base. So let's just have a look what we get for this puzzle. I run it. We get the satellites produced, which we've obviously got to recycle these solar panels from. And we get a continuous extrusion of a 5 wide plate. So ideally you would just stick 9 of them on that plate and be done with it, but I can't see any way of getting that middle one welded, so I'm not going to do that. So what are we going to do instead? Well, what I'm suggesting is I'm going to, instead of cutting a 5, I'm going to cut a 6, make a 3 and a 2, weld all the bits on top of them around here, and then join the 2 of them back together again. So 1, 2, 3, cut, and a 2. So without further ado, let's get on with this. I think that what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to rotate these pieces, I'm going to put the sensor looking down. I'm going to run conduit around. Oop, not there. I'm not. So what I'd like to do then is rotate it. And what I'd like to do then is push this one down. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where it goes there. So when it's down, it should be there. Like that. And I want to run it. So what I need, let's have a quick look at this. Okay. Ugh. So what I need is to get both of these but separated, and that'll do nicely. So I need to move this clear of where it first rotated to, because I'm gonna need welders and all kinds of gubbins. So I need to get it free of this square here. So with a bit of luck, so it's going to end up sitting. I'm going to mark them out on the platform so we can see where they're going to end up. And then I'm going to do a final assembly. So basically that's the structure I'm aiming for at this stage. This is the platform I'd like to get all the welding done on, to drop these guys on, and this is a final weld together of these 2, the 3 and the 2. So run that one in there. So now let's have a look up here and see what we can do with this. So what I'm going to do is remove the middle section, lift these up slightly to get some height, because I'm going to pile them on top of each other, and make 2 piles of 9 apiece. So I want to grind out the middle sections. I want to put lifters here so that I can get them up 1 higher so that they'll drop back down and make a 3 pile. I'm going to sit them here when they're done. Excuse me. And then I'm going to put a conveyor like that to move them forward. Okay. So now, as we can see, they're done great like that. So I'm going to get them welded together, which shouldn't be too difficult. A bit like that. And once they're welded, I want to push them out with more of these. These are downward looking conveyors, really do change, well, don't change, really do change what's possible in the game. Very useful. Very, very useful. That there. That there. Okay, so he's being... Oops. As I've got this guy here, he's being pushed out, so I don't want that. So, we still know what's happening behind there. Okay, so... Now, if I was to remove this middle block, I would be getting 4 of these columns, which seems to be a good enough deal. So, I'm going to blast the middle block out with lasers. I like my lasers. 1, 2, 3. Like that. And if I wait for this middle one to move to there, then I should only fire the once. And not end up destroying everything. So once I get to here, then we're coming out this way like that. Okay, so there's 4 of these out of, what's that, 3 satellites. Get done like that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I want to drop the pillars onto this section here. So to do that, I'm gonna click 9 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I might make that one further along there and remove that. Then put a 10th one in there. Let's get the blockers ready. I say blockers, I mean pushers. And then conduit on the top of it all. Like that. So make sure we haven't made any mistakes with that. This is being produced here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So what I'd like to do then is bring these 3 round here. A bit like that. So I'm going to drop them through there, there, and there, but I obviously don't want them. I don't want them. I mean, that's not going to work as it actually is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put blockers like that, like that, and like that. And when one gets to the end, I'm going to fire these. So when I get through there, they'll all drop down into that. And basically, these 3 need to be involved in that. I then want to do something similar for this row here. So I want to take him about there, is it? Bit like that. So which ones are going? That one's going and that one's going. And again, I am gonna put I need 3 of these blockers. This time they're coming in from this side, so I need to put the sensor here and then run the conduit back. That's not conduit, that is more pushers. And then finally these 3 are just going to go here. I'd like this one here so I can push it to be the last one, and I think that's going to happen naturally. So I'm just going to run. So he can drop there. That one can drop there. And that one can drop there. So I think I'll have a look at that, make sure nothing falls down, make sure it all looks reasonable. So we got 9 of them coming in now. The blocks are in. Oops, that didn't work, so let's just fix that. Okay, so I want to make sure we get 9 of these onto this platform below. There are the platforms, here they all go. 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, what happened then was these blockers moved back and pushed them in mid-air after me carefully lining them up. Now I could move them, but I'm just going to do that just to stop that happening. So just one final look just to make sure that everything looks good. And then I think it's on. Okay. Still something didn't happen. Yep, there. Okay. Okay, so now it's on to the welders. So again, these shouldn't be too hard to do. Like that. And then finally, welders along here. Okay. Looks good to me. So now, when they're welded, I want to get rid of this one first, because this one we know, I was watching it, this falls in last, so we can move it on. So even though this is sliding in here, there's no problem putting a sensor there where this guy is going to land, so I can detect when the last of the pillars gets in. And these 3 pillars land at exactly the same time, so the same thing applies. Something like that. And it's coming up there. He's then turning in. And then he's going to bring the whole lot in when they're welded together, finally. So what I need to do is I need to get this final weld done in here. So to do that, obviously I need to be here and one up. So a platform and then a welder on top of that. So platform and a welder on top of that. Now I need to be on this square looking down. So like that, and join them together. And hopefully that completes it. Sorry I didn't use the other recording of this that I'd done, but it went terribly wrong at the end, and there was way too much of me just staring at a screen wondering why it's gone wrong, and why it won't work. So okay, so this is ploughing ahead. The question is, will it finish? Now I think there is a way possibly of not doing all this nonsense which I've done here, because I think that these are being overproduced. So we'll see. We're at 8. If I fast forward it a bit. Yeah, I mean that's very close, isn't it? That was almost in too early. And let's see where these next guys are in. Okay, the platform is there. Like, it does get quick, but there's the platform coming in. No, it's still fine. Yeah, see, look at that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Just. I mean, that was so close. These guys were in too early. And don't think it's going to last one more, is it? Fast forward. Yeah, there they go. And as you can see, we've dropped them in too soon. So it does seem that the way I've got this now, maybe this is too efficient. I don't know, but I am getting... It works okay and gets the first 6 or 7 of them done. You can see there's 3 left, or 4. Well, obviously this one's gone wrong. But eventually this has now been overproduced. So I don't know what's causing that. It'd be interesting if you know, please drop a comment, let me know. I haven't gone onto Reddit or forums and just found solutions to these. I'm trying to do it all myself, because I mean, there doesn't seem to be an awful lot of point to spend €20 on a game and then just, you know, build someone else's solutions. So the fun is solving them. So I honestly don't know. So that is going too fast. So what I'm proposing to do to fix it is have some sort of detector here. And maybe let's have a look and see how this rotates in. Maybe here and here as well. Get it a bit earlier. Let's just run that, make sure this rotates. I'm always terrified putting blocks near rotators once they're done, but no, that one looks fine. So I'm going to put one more in here. So as soon as anything gets to these squares here, what I'm going to do is, I don't know, I did a tip video explaining ands, so really you don't even need to explain them in terms of ands for this. What I'm going to do is just put a pusher here, remove that bit of conduit and put it on the front of it. Oops, no. Put it on the front of the... So this is now connected. So this, no matter, even if a block gets here, it can't fire. It can only fire when this is firing, and this pusher is active and pushes the conduit back in. And that pusher can only be active once we already have a platform section down here ready to go. So I'll just take a view of it up here. Obviously shouldn't change the first couple. Pulled it out. See, now it's in already, so that one didn't affect anything. Just about did that time. They were very, very close. I think this next one will start delaying it. So let's have a look up here. Yes, obviously we can see this would have fired. This wants to fire, but we know, uh-oh, we aren't quite ready down here. Now fire. So what it's done is it's built the delay in. Now what may happen now is that these guys will start backing up and cause a problem down the line. It's the first one I've dealt with that really doesn't seem like the inputs are balanced. I don't know, which normally means that, you know, you found the wrong solution, but I'm not sure. So let's have a look how we're doing here. Down to 5. Three. Yeah, I mean the delay in this, synchronizing the two productions, seems to have sorted that. And there we go. So that was solar cell array. Done. So thanks for watching that, guys. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like on the video. If you consider subscribing to the channel, that'd be wonderful as well. Thanks for watching. Any comments? I'd love to read them. Thanks again for watching. Bye now.